Thursday marked a major deadline for recipients of the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program, otherwise known as DACA. Protesters gathered Thursday in Los Angeles to oppose the end of the policy on the day when so-called dreamers were required to file work permit renewal requests. The requests are needed for dreamers to continue to work or go to school in the U.S. without fear of deportation. The Trump administration announced last month that it plans to end the Obama-era program. Jaime Rangel is a dreamer from Dalton, Georgia. He came to the U.S. from Mexico as an infant, and he joins me now from Washington. Jaime, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
So I know that you met with members of Congress during your time in Washington this week to promote passage of the DREAM Act. Tell us about those meetings. What was the discussion like?
Well, I just want to say that I'm very happy to be here. Not just me, but over 100 DACA recipients, over 100 dreamers from all over the country gathered today and over the week in Washington to meet with members of Congress and urge them to pass the DREAM Act. I met with members from my congressional delegation, and I got to say it was very receptive. It was a good chance to have an open dialogue, and I look forward to working with my congressional delegation to find a solution for dreamers, individuals who are here in this country just trying to live the American dream. 800,000 of them who are just here, who are doctors, who are lawyers, who are teachers, who are our nurses, who are our neighbors. You know, we are part of this country. To me, this is my country. To me, Georgia is home, and I want to continue living in my state and do everything I can to make sure my state is the #1 state to do business.
What are you hearing from other dreamers who are in similar situations?
Well, we're optimistic. Listen, it's hard to see where you're going with your head down. We're going to continue fighting. We're going to continue pressuring Congress. We're going to continue having dialogue with our congressional delegation, and we're going to continue urging our neighbors, our friends, our co-workers, and our bosses to call Congress, to call our senators, and urge them to pass the DREAM Act, because our country will suffer. We are going to lose over $464 billion in GDP in the next 10 years if we don't do something. After March 5th, over 1,400 DACA recipients are just going to fall out of the workforce. 30,000 people are going to lose their jobs on an average a month if we don't find a legislative solution.
What was your reaction when President Trump first announced his decision to end DACA last month?
Well, listen, it was a very emotional day. I'm not going to lie to you. But listen, this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity to find a legislative solution, find a solution that will allow us, find a legislative solution that will allow us to stay in this country, to contribute and be, find a way to, be citizens. We just want to be a part of this country, help this country grow and prosper.
Well, your status under DACA is set to expire next September, and you did not qualify for renewal before Thursday's deadline. So what are your plans going forward, Jaime?
Well, listen, I'm a man that has always put my problems on the hands of God, and that God, it's because of God I am where I am. I'm going to continue doing that. I'm going to continue praying. I'm going to continue praying for my congressional delegation. I'm going to continue praying for our members of our Congress, our president, because I believe that we can find a solution. We can do this. We are Americans. Ronald Reagan once said, to believe that we can come together with the help of God, we can and will resolve the problems that now confront us. After a while, why shouldn't we believe that? We're Americans, and I believe that America will do the right thing.
Jaime Rangel, thank you so much, Jaime, for your time.
Thank you for having me.